Hey guys, Dave from the Centurions Review. What I have here is Fort Sumter, the Secession Crisis, 1860 to 1861. It says it's a card-driven game from GMT Games. First, I want to thank GMT Games for sending this to me for me to review it. But anyhow, what interested me in this game is I saw Mark Herman's YouTube video about how to play it. And it looked like a cross between a board game and a card game, so it looked different than your typical hex and shit war game. So I'm always looking for something a little bit different to try. So this should work nicely. But anyhow, it says complexity 4, which apparently is lower end of medium, and solitaire suitability is real low. It's at 2, so you need 2 players to play the game. But let's open it up and see what's inside. This was just released this year. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got let me zoom in a little bit. Full color rule book. Looks like the rule book's 8 pages. That's cool, so obviously it's not going to be too complicated. Paper seems pretty nice. It feels like the really good paper you'd use for a resume. That's what it feels like, so that's kind of cool. So let's see, what's this going over? Components, setup, gameplay, the strategy cards, political capital tokens, crisis zones, peace commissioner, scoring, event discards, and victory point summaries. So looks interesting. And then there's a playbook. I remember Labyrinth had a playbook too, so oh, this has got examples of play and stuff too. That's cool. It's got some history of the secession crisis. More examples. Interesting. Looks like all the cards got a description and something written about them. So if you need to see what a card actually, if you're having trouble understanding what it means, you can look it up in the book. That's pretty neat. What do we have back here? Designer notes. Cool. Looks like that has a mounted map that's in a Ziploc bag. Let's open it up and take a look. Looks nice. What I really like here, I don't know if you can tell, but each of these features here, it has it written in this direction and upside down here too, so your opponent can read it too. That's a really good idea. And it looks like this is probably where you place your cubes. And it's got a map legend, victory point summary, final crisis, and sequence of play. So that's pretty neat. Let's see what else we got in here. Got all our cubes for playing the game. Inside of the box actually looks pretty neat. It's even got artwork on the inside here. That's cool. I like that. Let's open these cards and see what we got here. Alright, it's got cards for the major players. Frederick Douglass, Salmon Chase, Regular Army, John Brown's Body, Naval Relief, Major Anderson, Abraham Lincoln. That's cool. So some of these are marked armaments. Interesting. Minutemen, gun batteries, Pensacola, secession conventions, Louisiana secede. So it's got cards for different states seceding. That's interesting. Southern senators resign. Jefferson Davis. Fugitive slave law. Peace commissioners. Yeah, I've never seen a war game covering this Fort Sumter before, so this is kind of new. That's interesting. I like when they come out with games that cover seldom discussed topics, or seldom game topics, rather. Seizing federal armories, abolitionists, newspapers. Oh, we got objectives here. Border states, Deep South, Texas, federal arsenal, Fort Pickens, Fort Sumter, Washington, Montgomery, northern state houses. Interesting. I'll be trying this out next weekend. A friend of mine who's going to help me play test this is pretty excited about this too. So anyhow, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on the video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks and have a good evening.